Hi, Novak. I don't know if you saw what Vasek said last night about organising, and tennis could and should be even bigger than it already is. If only the people organising it were doing their job properly. He highlighted the balls, he highlighted playing late at night and then early in the morning and injuries. I just wondered whether you heard that, but also if you'd like to add something.
No, I haven't heard that. I actually saw Vasek just before I came here to see you guys, but I haven't seen his statement on that. But there's been a lot of discussions on the effect of the different balls and basically every week on the joints and the wrist and the shoulders and the elbows. And I think someone told me that in terms of injuries this year comparing to other years is drastically has gone up. So in terms of the balls, I absolutely agree. There should be some discussion on that. I actually spoke about that with Andrea Gaudenzi, the ATP president, and Massimo, who is the CEO, in Paris during the Paris-Bercy week. And I shared my opinion and my views, and then obviously they are thinking about various different options and ways of how to regulate that and how to make it better for the players and prevent injuries. In terms of the scheduling, I think there has been a lot of criticism and a lot of players complaining about it. So I think that should be addressed in a proper way. Obviously, Davis Cup and ITF is regulated differently from ATP Tour and from Grand Slams. You have different governing bodies, different schedules, different broadcasting demands. In the end of the day, we know that the TV is the one deciding, fortunately or unfortunately, but there has to be more, I guess, thorough discussions on that as well.
Ready? Play.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is in the world, wherever you are tuning in from. Let's share the Mirra Andreeva, Linda Noskova scenario on the screen. Just a second while I get this all set up. As you can see, the match is already underway. I'm actually pretty excited by this one, by the way. Let me know in the live chat how excited you are. They are on serve at the moment, so nothing dramatic that you have missed. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, so you can see the score. I'm now going to get up on my TV. I had a little coffee run, which is one of the reasons why I'm a little bit late. So I do apologize for that. You can also go and tune into Damien. Hola, Alejandro. Vamos, Mirra. Dice, he says. And yeah, pretty cool. So who are you supporting today, Alejandro? And also make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. But yes, if you want to tune into Damien for Lucas Klein, you can. He's over on another channel right now. Here we have, by the way, Noskova having game point to seal the first game for her and make it 1 game all. She goes out wide on that first serve. Andreeva deals with the chop back. Andreeva stays in the rally with a moon ball, which Noskova deals with okay. But now it's Andreeva pulling up a wonderful backhand winner. Let's give a poll for you guys on Twitter. No, on YouTube. Let's give you guys a poll as to who you think is going to win. When I say poll, I don't mean Damien, who is on the other channel right now for Lucas Klein. In fact, I'm going to share as well. If you prefer to tune into Lucas Klein against Tommy Paul, then you have another option. And it's here. I'm going to put it in the live chat for you. Noskova did hold, so 5 minutes into this match, and it's 1 game all. You think a future number 1, do you, Alejandro? Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Lucas Klein and Tommy Paul, as I say, on the other channel, and Lucas Klein has held serve, so tune into Damien if you want commentary on that one. But I'm going to stick with Andreeva and Noskova, and it's a double fault from Noskova. Sorry, from Andreeva. So it's love 15. Noskova, of course, seeded, but I think it won't be too long if she can remain healthy before Andreeva is seeded at some of these tournaments. What her ceiling is, I don't know. But some of you think number 1. I probably wouldn't be quite going that far just yet, but I can see why there's some excitement about her. 15 all. So the poll is now coming up in the live chat on YouTube. Do let us know who you think is going to win this match. Also, if you want to become a member of the Talking Tennis community, I'm going to post a link for that as well, so you can get nice little bonuses, but in particular, you can get bonus footage that is exclusively only available to members. And I'm going to post that in the live chat and pin it there right now. So there you go. We've got a couple of break points here, by the way, for Noskova. While I was doing a bit of housekeeping. A pretty loose game thus far from Mirra Andreeva. Is Noskova going to punish her? I've got my coffee, I've got my grapes, I've got my strawberries as well. Let me know where in the world you are tuning in from, and also let me know if you are consuming coffee, strawberries, or grapes, or if you think the combination is just wrong. For me, it's ideal. Sweet tooth early in the morning. Andreeva says one of the break points. Talking delicacies here. Backhand return from Noskova goes into the net, and another break point goes a-begging. First serve down the tee, backhand return, drop shot just does not work from Andreeva. In fact, that was an ugly attempt at a drop shot, if you don't mind me saying. And there's a third break point in this game here for Noskova. So, advantage Noskova. Backhand return from her is pretty decent. Takes a funny bounce, and I think that bounce deceived Andreeva, and the break goes the way of Linda Noskova. So we are well underway here with advantage Noskova already. Andreeva, of course, winning against Taylor Townsend in the previous round, but she's going to have to come from behind in this first set. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Indeed, and as you can see, some latest scores across the WTA side of things, with Garcia already up a break on Wang and Rybakina and Bonzetti remaining on serve. Good first serve there from Noskova. Now she's on the forehand. Backhand Andreeva very much on the defensive, looping the ball up, but Noskova remains aggressive as only she can. And she's 30 love up on her serve. Backhand return into the forehand of each player now as they stay in this rally, and the slice from Noskova is ill-judged, ill-timed, and ill-executed. So it's 30-15. First serve is long, so a second serve here for Andreeva to look at. What do we think of the new microphones, by the way? If you like them, hit the like button. If you don't like them, still hit the like button. Down the tee, backhand return, 30 all here right now. Drop shot from Noskova, not a good idea. Didn't work. 30-40, break point Andreeva to gain parity here in this first set. Backhand there, forehand to forehand right now. Good depth here from Andreeva. Good backhand there from Mirra. Now she's on the forehand. She's got time. Too much time as it turned out. She puts it wide. Deuce. By the way, if you're new to the channel, do hit subscribe and you'll see a little number there, a little ticker you can see with 7971. If you hit subscribe, you'll have the pleasure of seeing that figure tick over to 72. Forehand drop shot. That's much better on the drop shot there from Noskova. That one worked much better. Andreeva's deep court position, she was never going to catch that one. It just had to be executed correctly, and it was. So, game point for Linda Noskova to take a 3-1 lead. I do think this is going to be a bit of a humdinger, a bit of a roller coaster. I expect there to be quite a few breaks, given the aggressive nature of both players. Well, maybe Andreeva not quite as aggressive as Noskova, but her defense can be incredible. Okay, backhand return here from Andreeva. Decent. Forehand goes wide from Noskova. It was a decent return, but it was a very manageable return, let's say, in terms of Noskova's situation, but she didn't deal with it. And then we're back at deuce. Now we're on the forehand of Andreeva. She's got a good opportunity here, and she puts it away. She takes that opportunity. A short ball there from Noskova. Gave Andreeva all the time in the world, and she puts it away. So she has another break point. Deuce. Save the break point again. Okay, Noskova here, serving. Goes out wide, forehand return. No, it must have clipped the net, that one. So it's going to be another first serve. Second serve, because that one went wide. Forehand return is good from Andreeva, but Noskova deals with it this time. Backhand to backhand. Now it's on the forehand chop slice there, but now Andreeva can attack, and she attacks well. Down the line, forehand winner. Advantage to Russian for her third break point in this game. Remember, it was a year ago she made the breakout with wins over Leylah Fernandez, among others, before going out to Sabalenka in Madrid. Backhand into the net, though. That was disappointing for Andreeva. So we're back at deuce. Deuce number 4 in this particular game. Noskova serves. Now she's on the forehand, but she puts the forehand into the net. This is a very sloppy game from Noskova. And now Andreeva has a fourth chance. She's almost saying to herself, come on, get this done. Break point number 4. And that's a double fault, is it? Indeed it is. So we are at 2 games all. Two games all, ladies and gentlemen. 1 break of serve each.
Didn't he retire at the next gen finals as well, or at least like
that's Damien there on the other stream
strapping on his thigh.
talking about Dominic Stricker.
He has not played a single match this season, I think, right? To check that, but I don't think he has. He's still pretty high in the rankings because he's.
Anyway, we're here for Andreeva against Noskova.
Yeah, obviously, soon enough, a lot of points are going to start dropping for him. So.
Good morning, Damien.
Hello, John. Currently at 121. So.
Just wanted to show the microphone.
Fantastic. Where's my microphone?
You'll get one. You'll get one. I've got 5 of these, so they'll be shared around as and when people are going to tournaments, and then I'll have to try and figure out how expensive it's going to be to buy you all microphones. But I'll figure it out. I'm getting there. 2 years down the line. How much have I missed with Tommy Paul and Lucas Klein, by the way?
Not much. No, nothing in terms of like breakpoints and stuff. Kind of what we expected. I mean, Tommy definitely getting a lot of balls back that most other players couldn't. But you know, given it's pretty fast, a lot of damage on serve done by Klein. So far he's holding on, and yeah.
On court 8, damage on serve is kind of the opposite, really, in terms of there's been a break each, both looking a bit vulnerable at times. The quality hasn't quite been there from both players as yet, but sort of in a way still waiting for things to take off, let's say. But there has been a break of serve, but I mean, Andreeva had chances to break before she eventually got over the line. Noskova is misfiring a little bit, so I mean, this is no Hassan Borna-Choric. We're not going to those depths just yet, but I think this is yet to really.
You're gonna keep mentioning that for the rest of the year, aren't you?
Quite possibly, yeah. When it comes, oh, by the way, why? Just quickly on the matches of the year discussion, why would I not be interested in that Shang Mute match from the other day? Because
it's too early in the tournament.
no, it's a nuts, bonkers, crazy affair. Yes, I agree. Wimbledon final, if it's nip and tuck and it comes between the two, maybe I would towards the Wimbledon final. But that's a tiebreaker. It's not a decisive factor before the tiebreaker.
This and Runa Dimitrov, my early submissions, basically.
Runa Dimitrov. Oh, in Brisbane.
No, Monte Carlo.
Oh, I can't remember.
3.5 hours.
Okay, I can't remember that one. Oh yes, of course. Yeah. I was Billie Jean cupping it that week, but
Very nice second match of the day.
Okay, Matthew here. Good morning, John. Need to be a low fan. Yes, of course I know. Good morning, Matthew. Matthew, I'm going to leave the stream, but as I do, I want to know how old are you, because this is kind of my generation in terms of British people rather than.
But Alo is even on Polish TV all the time, so.
There you go.
Doesn't need to be.
Ciao.
If be as prehistoric as you are.
If there was an equivalent to say goodbye in hello, I would use it, but I won't. So good morning, Matthew, and speak to you soon. Okay, back to Mirra Andreeva and Linda Noskova. We have a game point here for Andreeva on her serve. We got a drop shot, which is horrible from Noskova. That's 3 drop shots I can recall. 1 worked and 2 didn't. It was more of a stop drop shot, if that makes sense. But anyway, didn't work. And Andreeva holds for 3 games to 2. And we will take a short break. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Not missing out on all things tennis. Here we have Noskova to serve at 2-3. So Andreeva got the break back and then held serve. So now the pressure goes over to Linda, and it's love 15 already. Oh, wow. Garcia is 5 love up on Wang. Rebecca and Bronzetti remain on serve. Pavlyuchenkova, though, already has a break up on lucky loser Saville. A smash there from Andreeva, from Noskova. Wasn't the easiest of smashes, but she does put it away with aplomb, and we're at 15 all. For those of you just tuning in, do hit that like button if you haven't done so already. And please subscribe to the channel as we edge closer to 8,000 subscribers. And Andreeva Urs putting the backhand into the net. So at the moment, this is looking like a comfortable hold for Noskova, 40-15. Backhand return, forehand now. Exchanging forehands as they go cross court. And Andreeva tries to mix it up. Doesn't work. She goes long. And we remain on serve here at 3 all. 1 break of serve each, 2 holds each, 3 game all. And it's over to Linda now. Sorry, it's over to Mirra Andreeva to serve here at 3 all. 27 minutes on the clock in the Spanish capital over here on court 8. Meanwhile, over on court 4 is Tommy Paul against Lucas Klein. And Damien has given his commentary on that particular affair. Although it's now 4-3. Lucas Klein, I think they still remain on serve. Yes, they do, yeah. Let's see if this will work this time. I'm going to share the... That's better. That's the... That's the YouTube link for Paul against Klein if you wish to tune into Damien for that particular encounter. Anyway, backhand to backhand now. Andreeva mixing up nicely. And it helps her win the point. Noskova's not able to retrieve that one, at least not able to retrieve it and keep it in. So it's 30 love to Mirra Andreeva. Drop shot here from Noskova. At least it lands in, but it puts her in a really good position in terms of the point and helps her win it. So it's 30-15. Andreeva serving here at 40-15. Two game points for the Russian for a 4-3 lead. Forehand return is good from Noskova. Really good return, that one. More about placement than pace. And it means 40-30. Now we're at deuce. Noskova here. Semi-opportunity at 3-all as we approach the business end of the first set. And she's going to have a second serve here to look at as well. And she's got a moon ball to deal with. And Andreeva slices that into the net, and we've got a break point. Break point, Linda Noskova. 3 games all. She's already had a break advantage in this set, but she ceded it. Andreeva goes wide on the first serve. Second serve lands in, but Noskova is attacking on the backhand, but Andreeva changes it up. This is turning into a pretty good rally on such an important point. Andreeva comes in. No, she doesn't. Has that backhand landed in? It has. No lacking in bravery there from Andreeva, and she holds as she gets it back to deuce. Forehand return. Forehand from Andreeva. Is that wide? Well, I think it's been called in, but we're going to get the umpire to check the mark, and it has landed wide. So we've got another break point here for Linda Noskova. Break point number 2 in this game. Andreeva serves down the tee, lands in. Andreeva this time, though, picking up the pace. Now she's got a drive volley, but if she put it long, she has. And she throws her racket towards her chair in frustration. She's annoyed with herself about that drive volley on such a big point. Really, really difficult shot to execute, I think, under pressure. And the drive volley went long. So it's 4-3 to Noskova. 2 games away from winning this first set. Look at this drive volley here. That was ugly. Okay, elsewhere, Pavlyuchenkova remains a break up 4-1 on Saville, and Bonzetti and Rybakina also remain on serve at 4-all. Garcia did indeed serve out or see out that first set, winning it 6-1 over Wang, so she's in a very commanding position already. Just over half an hour, most of these matches are underway. Over on the men's side, let's have a quick look at the 4 matches that are currently taking place on the men's side. Sejmovic is up a break on Lorenzo Musetti. Cerundolo won the first set 6-2 over Marujan, so the Hungarian's got a bit of work there to do to get back into that match. Klein and Paul remain on serve, with Paul serving at 3-4, and Rublev is up an early break on Bagnis. Do get voting, by the way, in the poll that we have on YouTube as to who you think is going to win this particular encounter. Let's have a quick look at that poll right now. I would imagine there'll be a few more votes coming in for Noskova. Everybody has voted for Andreeva, it seems, in the poll, perhaps indicating their support, perhaps slightly more than whether they actually really think that Andreeva is going to win. But of course, Noskova has now got the advantage, 4-3 and 15 love. And we'll share some WTA scores with you now on the screen. 15 all. Noskova serving here. Andreeva at least gains parity in this game. Forehand return here for Andreeva. She's in a pretty deep position. And a net cord doesn't really change much in terms of the trajectory of the ball. But of course, she is fortunate that it landed in at the very least. And Noskova wins that point with a backhand, albeit assisted winner. 30-15. First serve clips the net and lands wide. Second serve into the backhand of Andreeva. Andreeva now also on the backhand, but she's put that one wide. 40-15. So 2 game points here for Noskova. First serve clips the net and lands in, so she's going to have another first serve. For those of you just tuning in, do hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe and you'll see that wonderful little figure below me tick over. Not sure we're going to make 8,000 today. I keep saying yesterday and the day before I thought we were going to make 8,000, but we've yet to do so. Forehand return from Andreeva is long, and the game goes the way of Noskova. The Czech leading 5-3 now. Andreeva to serve at 3-5 in this second round encounter. Second round also being the last of 64. Or the round of 64, perhaps you could call it. She serves Andreeva, but it goes long, so she's going to be a second serve here. And Noskova actually gets the first point of the game, courtesy of a double fault of 15. Now Noskova serves down the tee, forehand chop return, drop shot from Noskova, from Andreeva. Andreeva now has a chance to attack this ball, and she has to do it twice, but at the second time of asking, she does win the point, and it's 15 all. Good defense there from Noskova on the first attack, but the second one was much easier to put away on the volley for Andreeva. And Noskova puts that forehand return wide, so we're at 30-15. Andreeva will be keen to at least keep Noskova honest and make her serve this one out. this first set at least. 30-15 to the Russian. Good serve there from Andreeva out wide. I think it caught Noskova a little bit by surprise, and it's 40-15. Pavlyuchenkova has indeed taken the first set 6-1. Bronzetti, Rybakina remain on serve. Rybakina, my tip for the title, being made to work by the Italian. Forehand return. Good depth there from Noskova, giving her a chance to attack on the next ball, and attack she does, putting it away on the rise, down the line, 40-30. Down the tee, and Andreeva puts her forehand wide, so we are at deuce with Noskova now 2 points away from winning the first set. Rybakina has taken the first set. That's interesting because they were on serve, but she snatched that set from the hands of the Italian, and she does lead by 1-0. That's a tricky first round encounter, or first match encounter, I should say, in what is effectively the second round, because Rybakina, of course, being seeded 4, gets a bye. But she has taken the first set 6-4, and Garcia has already got an early break on Wang in the second set. Andreeva does indeed hold after a good first serve, put her in a position to attack that ball. And so, therefore, it's over to Linda Noskova to serve at 4-5. We will take a quick break and we'll listen to the words of Coco Gauff, almost prophetically, from 1 year ago. You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career, was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface. But I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
The words of Coco Gauff from a year ago, as we discussed about her potentially winning a Grand Slam sometime in the future. And of course, about 4 months after that interview took place, she did get over the line in the US Open in New York in the final in 3 sets over Aryna Sabalenka. Back to the present, and Linda Noskova here serving at 5-4 as she attempts to serve out this first set. So, Noskova to serve. She has a little pause, and now she serves down the tee, backhand return from Andreeva, but a wonderful forehand winner there. That was probably almost probably slightly better than neutral position, but it wasn't easy, put it that way. But she put it away. Wow, 15-love. That'll give her some confidence. This time she was going to serve out wide, again to the backhand of Andreeva, but she put it into the net. So second serve. Backhand return, backhand to backhand right now as they go cross court. Noskova tries to go for a winner down the line, but it goes wide, so it's 15-all. Little clenched fist there from Andreeva, already perhaps sensing an opportunity, albeit at 15-all. Good first serve there from Noskova. Now, can Noskova attack this ball as she should? She does, letting it bounce before smashing a winner away. 30-15. Talking about being away, she's just 2 points away now from winning this first set. It's now 30 all, albeit that Linda Noskova does still remain just 2 points away from winning this set. But again, this point will be big because it's either going to be set point or break point. Goes down the tee. It's a good first serve. She should put this one away. No, she doesn't. But she gets off the hook in a way because actually the defensive lofted shot from Andreeva goes long. We do have a set point now for Linda Noskova. Ah, Wang has broken back against Garcia. So 6-1, 1 game all. Set point, Linda Noskova. Goes down the tee. It's a good first serve. Not much Andreeva can do about that. And Linda Noskova takes the first set by 6 games to 4. And Andreeva will be a little bit disappointed about her level, I think, in that first set. But then perhaps even Noskova, I think, has another gear to go up. So we'll see if either can produce it in the second set. Just looking at the practice courts right now. Someone who looks like Carlos Alcaraz practicing there, but I don't know if it is. And somebody moving like Karen Khachanov, but I don't know if it is. These are sort of the outside courts in Madrid where they occasionally show some of the practices going on. What else is going on anyway elsewhere in some of the matches that are actually happening? As I said, Garcia and Wang are back on serve in the second set. Garcia was up 6-1 and 1-love with a break. But Wang has broken back. Noskova taking the first set, as we already know in this live commentary. Andreeva will serve first in the second set. Bronzetti is up an early break on Rybakina in the second set. So that's an interesting twist, bearing in mind Rybakina won the first set and, of course, is seeded 4 and much fancied, not least by myself, as I've tipped the Kazakh to go on to lift the title. Pavlyuchenkova won the first set 6-1 over Saville, but Saville has at least held serve at the beginning of the second set. Over on the ATP side, Sebot Vilch held on to that break advantage that he had and earned the first set 6-4. Cerundolo in a very commanding position. I mean, it probably couldn't be much more commanding. Well, I guess a 5-love lead would be more commanding, but still, he leads by 6-2, 3-love, and that 3-love is a double break. Tommy Paul and Klein remain on serve. To the best of my knowledge, there hasn't been a break of serve. By the way, we're just having a short break here over on court 8. I believe that Andreeva's just taken a little break off court, so she'll be back shortly. Linda Noskova there munching on a banana as she waits for her opponent to return. Still looking pretty chilly in Madrid, by the way. Pretty unusual, I would suggest, to have low temperatures at the end of April there. Normally it's pretty much, very much summer in full swing. But anyway, it's how it is at the moment in Europe. Rublev won the first set over Bagnis 6-1. The Argentine will serve first in the second set. Let's have a quick look as well at our poll that we have. It looks like Linda Noskova has earned herself a few votes, perhaps on the back of winning that first set, or perhaps even just having that break advantage that she eked out towards the end. So yes, do get voting in our poll. Also hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Okay, so that's keeping you up to date with all things tennis. Of course, later on today, what other matches have we got in store for you? I'm just wondering if we're going to have Alcaraz, I think, is playing his first match today as he defends his title from the 2 previous years. Of course, he's won it in 2022 and 2023. So here are some of the matches on the men's side that are up and coming. Shang against Davidovich Fokina, Echeverry against Shapovalov. A lot of people, by the way, are very excited about seeing Shang again after his epic win over Moutet in the previous round. Hurkacz Draper That feels like a bit of deja vu. Of course, I remember them playing at the US Open last year, where Draper was really struggling with his health. I think I vaguely remember him feeling very sick during that match. And from memory, her catch prevailed. Echeverry Shapovalov, Altmaier against Artur Fils as well. Baez hoping to reclaim some of his form during the South American swing here over in Europe on the clay. Dardieri against Taylor Fritz. Humbert against Botic van der Zandschulp. And Shevchenko against Alcaraz, indeed. So the defending champion is in action on court. Manolo Santana later on today. I think there's some evening matches as well involving Zverev against Coric, which will not be before 8 o'clock local time, therefore 7 o'clock in the UK. Early afternoon in most parts of the US. Navoni against Rune as well. That's perhaps an intriguing encounter between the 11 seed Holger Rune, whose ranking has slipped in recent weeks, particularly having not made the final as he did in Monte Carlo last year, against Navoni. Navoni, of course, he did do pretty well during the South American clay court swing as well. So he's up against Holger Rune. Munar against Struff. Struff, of course, last year's finalist. Griekspoor against Taro Daniel as well. All coming up later on the ATP side. And look at those current scores there. We have a game point for Tommy Paul to force the tiebreak against Klein. Cerundolo is marching towards victory at the moment against Marajan, and Rublev is already up an early break on Bagnis in the second set. On the women's side, later scores here at least. Garcia and Wang remain on serve in the second set. Rybakina looks like she's got that break back on Bronzetti and is serving at 30 love. So they are on serve at least. And Bronzetti's early advantage has been disappeared. Andreeva and Noskova now back underway with Andreeva serving and at love 30. We'll get back to that in a second. And just sharing with you some of the matches. Linette and Sabalenka, I remember them playing the Aussie Open semi-final a couple of years ago, 18 months ago. So they are in action as well. Kostyuk playing against Sherif later on today. Kostyuk, of course, a finalist in Stuttgart quite recently. And Danielle Collins gets on her campaign underway. Danielle Collins in the form of her life. The form of her life coming in what's supposedly going to be the last year of her career. I say supposedly. She's reiterated that time and again, so no reason to doubt it. And she opens her campaign against Danilovic later on this evening on Manolo Santana. Okay, let's get back to the match that we are looking at right now, which is Mirra Andreeva against Linda Noskova. And Noskova actually has 3 break points already in this second set. So Andreeva to serve. Out wide. Good block return. Andreeva comes in on the attacking position, but she dumps her backhand into the net. She's annoyed. She also dumps another ball into the net just because she's annoyed. And Noskova has the early break advantage. 1 game to love for the Czech. So Noskova very much in charge right now. There. Just having a grape or two. Good backhand return there from Andreeva. Love 15. She's down a set and a break in this match. But it is super early in this second set. So long way to go. And we've seen a few breaks of serve already. I think 4 so far in the match, albeit that just 1 came from Andreeva. Why, mind you, though, that forehand into the net will help. Love 30. Forehand to forehand right now. Andreeva picking up the pace. Andreeva again. Low net clearance there. Good depth from Noskova. But Andreeva dealt with it really well. And it's love 40, 3 break points. Goes down the tee. And Andreeva has indeed broken back. So, 1 game all. Nothing to update you on any of the other matches thus far. Nothing has changed dramatically in those particular encounters, so I can see those on our screen. But something dramatic, a little mini drama anyway here, is Andreeva has broken to get back on serve in this second set as they exchange backhands right now. It's a backhand slice kind of drop shot from Andreeva, but Noskova punishes that one. Andreeva wasn't really left a lot of choice, really, in the position that she was. She didn't really have much choice other than to go for the slice, and it was going to be really difficult for her to get any depth on it, so she chose to drop shot it, but it didn't work. Forehand return has got good depth on it there from Noskova. Oh, but that was a lot of depth on that one from Noskova. So much depth that it flew about 4 meters out, 15 all. Goes down the tee, but wide on that first serve. Second serve here. Backhand return. Backhand to backhand right now. Noskova tries to go for the winner down the line, but it didn't work. It was a tricky shot to execute, and she went wide. 30-15 Mirra Andreeva. Backhand return. Backhand now. Winner is that from Andreeva, and she clenches her fist once again. 40-15. 2 game points for Andreeva. 2 game points for a 2-1 lead. But Noskova wins the next point. 40-30. Garcia, I see, has just got a break again, so she's up now 3-2 with a break in the second set over Wang. Forehand return. Backhand there from Andreeva. Forehand to forehand right now. Good low net clearance there from Andreeva. Again, low net clearance from her. No lacking in bravery there. Now on the forehand of Andreeva, going to the backhand of Noskova. It's a good forehand with a great deal of depth. Noskova can't deal with it. Andreeva holds, and she leads by 2 games to 1. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. All things tennis indeed. Keeping you up to date with all things tennis. Rybakina, by the way, talking about keeping up to date, has just broken Bronzetti's serve. So she's up a set and a break over the Italian. As is Garcia over Wang, a set and a break up. Here we have a 1-set-to-love lead for Linda Noskova, and she was a set and a break up on Andreeva, but Andreeva broke back and now leads 2-1. Exchanging backhands. Forehand now from Noskova, clips the net, goes over. Bit lucky there for the check. Backhand now, she's back into the rally. Good depth there, though, from Andreeva as they exchange backhands right now. Noskova tries to change it up, but she hits it wide, 15-all. Let's have a very quick look to see what's going on the ATP side. I'm particularly intrigued to see who won that first set between Klein and Tommy Paul. Lucas Klein did 7-6 on the tiebreak. And I think Rublev was up a set and a break, so I think Bagnis broke back there. Cerundolo is 1 game away from winning over Marajan. Musetti and Sejbovic are on serve in the second set, with the Brazilian having won the first one. So, up to date, Andreeva Noskova here. And Noskova puts that backhand into the net. And in fact, we are seeing a real change in direction and momentum regarding this match, because Noskova now has 2 break points against her. So Andreeva has 2 break points. Remember, she was 1 love down with Noskova up a break. And now Andreeva has reversed that almost completely. Is she going to complete the job here? 15-40. Noskova serving. 1-2. Second serve as well. Backhand return from Andreeva is good. Forehand, though, to forehand now. Backhand, good depth there from Andreeva. Still remaining on the depth there. Is she going to land that one in? She is. Pretty much. Has that forehand gone long from Noskova? It has. And we have a break of serve for Mirra Andreeva. 3 games in a row, 2 of which were breaks. And Andreeva has turned this set and potentially the match around. She leads 3-1. Forehand return from Noskova is long. Really good first serve there from Andreeva. 15 love. Goes down the tee there with the first serve. Now on the forehand of Andreeva. She went big there. Did that land in? Yes, it did. Andreeva with confidence coursing through her veins right now. 3-1, 30 love. Goes wide on the first serve. $40 love now, Mirra Andreeva. Goes down the tee of the first serve, but it's gone long. Second serve here. But 3 game points. Noskova really attacking that one. Unusual, different. Oh, Noskova hits the volley into the net. So let me talk you through that last point. Noskova went in on that serve, but there was very little pace on the serve, but it did bounce up high. Noskova went for a kind of cultured drop shot return, and her court position was basically bang in the middle of the court, and therefore she had little choice but to deal with it with a volley, that kick serve. And then she's in the middle of the court here, and she has to sort of hit it on the volley, but the drive volley went into the net. I hope I've described that okay. Either way, what's most important is the score, and it's 4-1 to Andreeva. That's a real turnaround in this match. Having lost the first game and her serve, she's now won 4 games back-to-back as she seized control of this second set. Garcia and Wang are back on serve at 3-all, with Wang serving there. Rebecca remains a break up on Bronzetti. And by the way, Rebecca Bronzetti is now 4-1 with that break. So Bronzetti just 2 games away from sealing the match. Saville has earned a break on Pavlyuchenkova in the second set. So it's 3-1 to the Australian lucky loser. So yeah, maybe things changing direction there, just like they are over here on court number 8. Over on the men's side of things, let's have a look, see what's going down. Sabotvic and Musetti are on serve in the second set. Marozsan has got one of the breaks back on Cerundolo. It was 5-2 with Cerundolo serving for the match. But Marozsan has got one of the breaks back. Still feels like a long way back for the Hungarian. He's 6-2, 5-3 down. Of course, he's going to have to win the next 2 games to just stay in the match. Rublev and Bagnis remain on serve in the second set, with Rublev having won the first set 6-1. And Paul and Klein, I guess there must have been a pretty lengthy break after the tiebreak, because they have neither player have got onto the scoreboard in the second set. Talking of getting onto the scoreboard, though, Mirra Andreeva here has love 30 to her advantage on the Noskova serve. So are we going to get another game here for Andreeva? That will be 5 in a row. And we'll put her within touching distance of forcing a third set. Love 30 here. Noskova serving to the backhand of Andreeva. It's a decent return, but what a good winner that was, taken on the rise there from Noskova. Under a bit of pressure here, of course, at love 30, but it's now 15-30. For those of you just tuning in, do hit the like button, please. And if you're new to the channel, click subscribe so we can keep you up to date with all things tennis. Noskova serving here, 15-30. Backhand return is going to land in, and Noskova puts that away, though, with aplomb. Forehand winner, 30-all. Oh, we just gained a subscriber. Wonderful. Whoever you are, thank you very much for clicking subscribe. Whoever you are, wherever you are. Double fault from Linda Noskova. So it's now 30-40, and we have a break point for Andreeva to win her 5th game in a row. Into the net on that first serve. So a second serve here for Andreeva to look at. To have an almost vice-like... Oh, and the slice from... On the forehand slice from Noskova goes into the net, and we have indeed got the vice-like grip that I was about to suggest for Mirra Andreeva. 5-1 she leads now. She will serve for the second set. But what a turnaround in this match. 5 games in a row for Andreeva. She was down a set and a break. A set and a break, 1 love. And now she's won 5 games in a row, and she will serve for this second set. Noskova's going to have to arrest this slide pretty soon. In fact, this will be a sort of fake bagel with winning 6 games in a row if Andreeva serves this out. Second serve here for Noskova to look at. She's on hugging that baseline. She's now inside the baseline. It's a good backhand return, but good depth from Andreeva as they exchange backhands right now. Now it's on the forehand of Mirra. Mirra goes big on it, but goes wide. From a fairly neutral position, she went for the winner. Love 15. Garcia, by the way, is behind on the scoreboard, albeit on serve, 3-4. And Pavlyuchenkova has broken back against Saville in that second set, with the French Open finalist winning the first. Okay, Andreeva with a backhand winner down the line, 15 all. 3 points away from sealing this second set. Andreeva down the tee. Forehand now for Andreeva, goes into the net. It was an attackable position. I thought she was going to win that point. She's annoyed. 15-30. First serve, clips the net and goes long. Second serve. Out wide, backhand return. There's a good kick on that one. Forehand now from Andreeva. Backhand again from Noskova. Forehand now from Andreeva. Defends well. Andreeva moving around the court on the defense. Noskova puts that forehand away. Nice. 15-40. 2 break points for the Czech. Remember, it's 5 games in a row for Andreeva. Noskova there. That was not an easy forehand hit on the rise. 15-40. Backhand chop return there. Backhand now winner from Andreeva, saving the first break point. 30-40. Second break point to defend here. Andreeva to serve. Out wide and goes wide. Second serve here for Noskova to look at. 30-40. Second break point as well. Can she take advantage of this second serve? Backhand return. What's going on here? I tell you what's going on. Noskova's winning the point with a forehand winner. Andreeva just stopped. And I wonder what was happening. But either way, Noskova has got to break back. So it's 5-2. Andreeva will be disappointed that she couldn't put that away at the first time of asking. Okay. So, Noskova 2-5. Has she managed to turn this match around? She will serve. Forehand return. Clips the net. Noskova here. Drop shot. Backhand winner, though, down the line. The drop shots help set that up nicely. So, 2-5, 15 love. Are we seeing another change of direction in this match? If it was to go full swing, that would be pretty dramatic for the Czech. And the return of serve from Andreeva goes into the net. So it's 30 love, Linda Noskova. Forehand drop shot, that though from Linda Noskova is careless, and it's 30-15. Garcia is serving for the match against Wong. Rybakina doing the same against Bronzetti. And Saville Pavlyuchenkova remain on serve. And is Noskova going to put this away? Yes, she is. So it's 40-15. Paul and Klein are really, really slowly. Marajan has broken again on Sarundalo. Wow, Fabian. Take a bow, my friend. Was a double breakdown in that particular encounter in the second set, having lost the first, and now they're on serve. So that's where the drama is right now, it would seem. Although the drama could soon be returning to court 8. Noskova here, 40-15, arresting the slide that she had in this set, having lost 5 games in a row. And she does indeed win this particular game with a backhand winner. And it is now 5-3. So Andreeva will have to try and serve this set out for a second time. Talking of serving things out, Garcia and Rybakina right now at exactly the same juncture in that they are both trying to serve out their matches. Let's see who gets over the line first, Garcia or Rybakina. First serve down the tee. Decent return given how good that serve was. Backhand to backhand right now. Lofted ball from Noskova, but a backhand winner from Andreeva, 15 love. It was an unusual sort of lofted shot there from Noskova that actually gave Andreeva the chance, and she took it with consummate ease. 15 love, Andreeva once again serving for the set. Down the tee, forehand return. Backhand to backhand down the neutral part of the court, down the center part of the court. Noskova on the forehand, but she's mishit that one and she's gone long. And Andreeva now leads 30 love. Not for the first time. She's within touching distance of winning this second set. I think we've already had a winner with Rybakina. She is through, beating Bronzetti in straight sets. And deja vu for Noskova on the forehand side, misfiring and mishitting. And now we have 3 set points for Mirra Andreeva. Where are you going with this one? You're going down the tee, forehand return. Backhand is wide, and indeed, Andreeva takes the second set. So, we are going into a third set between Andreeva and Noskova. And indeed, to confirm, Elena Rybakina is safely through. 6-4, 6-3 over the Italian Bronzetti. So she's into the last 32. Andreeva, Noskova here on court number 8 are going to go into a third set. Saville and Pavlyuchenkova are on serve in the second set. And Garcia has also sealed her spot in the next round. So both Garcia and Rybakina are through to the last 32 in this tournament, aka the third round. And to get underway pretty shortly will be Jimenez Kazintseva against Jasmine Paolini. Jasmine Paolini, of course, friend of the show. That will be getting underway on court 5 very soon because Garcia and Wong have just wrapped up. Next up on Manolo Santana Is it going to be Linette and Sabalenka? It may well be. May well be. That Australian Open semi-final of 2023, sorry. For those of you just tuning in as well, hit the like button and do subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you are more of an ATP persuasion, and in particular Tommy Paul, Lucas Klein, the link on YouTube is posted there in the live chat for you to join Damien for live commentary of that particular encounter. Last I saw, they were on serve in the second set, with Lucas Klein having won the first set 7-6. On the tiebreaker, Musetti and Sejbo-Wild in the second set could not be tighter. Marozsan is now turning the screw on Cerundolo. And yes, it's one game all still between Klein, and that is really going at a snail's pace, that particular encounter. Seems like some pretty lengthy service games, albeit everyone seems to be holding serve. I don't think there's been a break in that particular match. Rublev and Bagnis, talking of no breaks in the second set at the very least, 3 games all. Rublev winning the first set 6-1. And Cerundolo now, having twice tried to serve out that match, is now serving to stay in the second set. And Musetti, Sejbo-Wild, as I said, 4 games all. And 2 players that are through to the next round already from today are Caroline Garcia and Elena Rybakina, both of which winning in straight sets. So this third set now is underway with Noskova serving. And it's 15-love. Double fault, 15-all. (30-15) after Andreeva goes long with that backhand. Saville and Pavlyuchenkova, 4-all in the second set there. Backhand winner return from Andreeva means 30-all. Ooh, but Noskova wins the next point with an ace, and Andreeva is a bit frustrated with that, and so shows it a little bit. 3 aces each in a relevant stat of the day. Noskova here 40-30. That's an important stat to recall as she tries to serve out this first game of the third set. 40-30. Backhand return. It's a good backhand return. Good defense there, though, from Noskova on the stretch. Now she's on the forehand. And Andreeva hits her forehand, clips the net, but now they're staying in the rally. And it's a winner from Andreeva. And no such apology from her for that lucky net cord. Anyway, deuce. And it's a forehand return winner from Andreeva. And we've got a break point for Mirra Andreeva here. Backhand return. Drop shot from Noskova is good. Very good, Noskova. It hasn't always worked today, but it worked on that occasion when it mattered most. Deuce. And by the way, Noskova being up a set and a break feels like a long time ago. And yet it was probably only about just over half an hour ago. Because they are racing through these games. Not too many lengthy rallies. And they're not hesitating to serve either. As I say that, of course, a ball toss goes up from Noskova and she lets it bounce. Anyway, deuce. Backhand return. putting her in commanding position of the point, and she wins it because Noskova can't deal with it. And we've got another break point for Mirra Andreeva. First serve goes wide, so it's a second serve here on the second break point for Mirra Andreeva to look at. And it's a double fault. So Andreeva, first blood to her in this deciding set. 1-love she leads with a break. Noskova now. Seven games of the last 9 have gone the way of Andreeva. So a real swing from that 6-4 1-love moment with the break that Noskova had a little over half an hour ago. Andreeva serving, not hanging around. 1-love she leads with a break. Down the tee, but it's wide. Oh, has Pavlyuchenko sealed the deal? No, not quite. She's serving for it, though. There we go, sharing some of the scores that have already happened, some of the matches that have already taken place, including Bonzetti and Garcia. Oh, sorry, I should say Garcia against Wong and Rybakina against Bonzetti, but Garcia and Rybakina both through. Anyway, Mirra Andreeva here serving at 15 all. Hi, Millhouse. Yeah, I think it was 55-45, if that makes sense in a percentage term. She was the slight favorite anyway before the match got underway. Probably would put her slightly more than slight favorite now. You'd probably be looking at a 60-40 scenario, particularly if she holds serve here. 1-love 30-15. Hi, Alex, as well. How are you? Please, both of you, Millhouse and Alex, if you can hit the like button, that would be great. That serve goes long from Andreeva. So second serve here. Good return there from Noskova. 30 all. Do get voting in our poll, by the way, which is almost as relevant now as it was 2 hours ago when I created it. You might argue that Andreeva, though, obviously with a break advantage in this third set, maybe deserves your vote, but do get voting in it either way. 30 all. Second serve. So the poll could change pretty quickly. Also share your thoughts in the live chat on any of the matches that have already taken place, including Garcia and Rybakina winning in straight sets earlier today. Does that mean Garcia and Rybakina are playing each other in the next round? Not necessarily. Noskova is occasionally clutching at her hip, by the way. I don't know if that's me jumping to false conclusions. We've got a game point here for Mirra Andreeva. Linette and Sabalenka about to get underway on Manola Santana. Backhand return is decent. Exchanging backhands right now, and that's too much for Andreeva on the stretch there. Putting it wide. Deuce. Pavlyuchenko over there serving for the match against Saville to try and be the third win on the WTA side today, following in the footsteps of Garcia and Rybakina, who also won in straight sets. The next tournament, Alex, might be, but it's not guaranteed, Strasbourg, the week before the French Open. What about you, Alex? Have you got any plans to go to any tournaments this year? Is that a backhand winner from Andreeva? Or has it landed in? If it did, it just clipped the line. It did. Whew. Feels like it was the outside of the line as well. So Andreeva with a game point here to seal a 2-love advantage. She goes down the tee, forehand return. Backhand now to backhand. Lovely low net clearance there. Now Noskova's in charge of the point. The drop shot doesn't quite work at the first time of asking. Is it going to help her win the double drop shot? Andreeva, though, puts that away and wins the point. Noskova had chances there, was unable to take them. The execution of the drop shot was okay, I suppose, which hasn't always been the case for Noskova today, but perhaps it was the wrong choice because Andreeva's position and her speed was good enough to give her a chance to stay in the point, and in the end, it was more than stay in the point. The double drop shot, which was probably at the second point, at the second time that she did the double drop shot, or the drop shot, actually, that was probably the only choice that Noskova had, and as a result, Andreeva won the point and the game. 2-love, she leads. I might go to that one as well, Alex, the Bad Homburg one. It's the same week as Mallorca. Am I right on that one, I think? So it's a possibility, though. It's a possibility. But obviously that's in the grass court season. A forehand there wide from Noskova, and that's careless. Love 15. Yeah, I might be at that one as well. There's lots of maybes. I would say Halle is a maybe. Berlin is a maybe. Those two, I think, are both the same week. Backhand return into the net. So it's 15 all. Good serve there from Noskova and a lovely backhand drive. She let that one bounce. She let that one drop pretty low. Either way, she wins the point, 30-15. First serve into the net. 2 game points here for Noskova. She's not won many games recently, so she'll be grateful to win this one. Good drop shot there from Linda Noskova. We were talking about her and the drop shot with varying degrees of success today, but that was a nice one. A nice forehand slice drop shot that had a real low bounce on it, and Andreeva wasn't able to chase it down. So Andreeva leads 2-1, still with that break advantage. Elsewhere, it looks like Alexandrova and Kruger are going to be getting underway very shortly, as are Kazintseva and Paulini. Linette and Sabalenka too, also to get underway shortly because of matches that are already concluding, such as Garcia and Rybakina on the respective courts 5 and Manolo Santana, with Garcia and Rybakina both through in straight sets over their opponents Wong and Bronzetti. So therefore, the next match is on those 2 respective courts. Court 5 being Jimenez Kazintseva against Paulini, and on the Manolo Santana court is Linette Sabalenka. They'll be getting underway any minute. I guess they're warming up as we speak, as are probably Alexandrova and Kruger. Not warming up because they are very much warmed up are Mirra Andreeva and Linda Noskova, with Andreeva leading 2-1 with a break. Yes, Alex, I'm afraid so. I wouldn't say 3 points behind, but yes, a point and a half is kind of unfortunately how it is for my Sky feed, which is why I tend to have the broader score on the screen rather than the more focused one. I'm not sure what channel you're watching on, Alex, but I'm watching on Sky Sports Germany. But yes, it says 2-1 on the scoreboard, and it is 2-1 in the match that I'm watching, with an ace there for Andreeva. 15-love, she leads. Indeed, we've got some matches there just beginning. I can see on the corner of my screen. Yeah, there we go. So Pavlyuchenkova through, Rybakina through, Caroline Garcia through. Sabalenka about to get her title defense underway against Magdalene Net. Paulini and Jimenez Kazanseva are starting right now with the wild card serving first against the number 12 seed. And here over on court number 8, Mirra Andreeva is leading 2-1 and 30 love. For those of you in ATP persuasion, do click the link posted in the live chat there with Damien there commentating on Lucas Klein against Tommy Paul. Let's have a quick look to see what's going on in some of those matches, as Andreeva is pretty comfortable at the moment on serve. Tommy Paul has a break in the second set, leading 3-1, as we can see. Oh, Cerundolo got the job done in the end over Marajan. Well, that's impressive from the Argentinian, bearing in mind he was up. He was up with a double break and twice failed to serve out that match, but he was forced to a tie break in the end, but he got over the line. So the Argentine progresses at the expense of Marajan. Sabot Wild has got the job done over Musetti in straight sets. I remember Mario confidently predicting that the Brazilian would win, and indeed he delivered. Delivering in the second set at the very least is Tommy Paul. He's up a break 3-1 over Lucas Klein, the qualifier. But the qualifier did win the first set. So Tommy Paul coming from behind there. Back to the WTA and back to the match at hand. Andreeva has held serve quite comfortably here in the end. So she leads 3-1 over to Noskova. 1-3 she will serve. And I'll keep you up to date with some of the other matches as well that are still happening right now. Pavlyuchenkova through against the lucky loser Saville in straight sets, as I touched on earlier. So Noskova to serve. 1-3. Where are you going with this first serve? You go to the forehand. The forehand is long, so 15 love. $15 all. So a double break here for Andreeva would be pretty sensational. And it's 15-30, so she is threatening a double break. And that would feel like a long way back there for Noskova. Although she puts that forehand wide, and therefore it's 30 all. Now she has a game point at 40-30, goes down the tee, forehand return. I think that one must have clipped the net, so it's going to be another first serve. It feels like these games are flying by pretty quickly. Which goes long on what was effectively the first serve. So a second serve here for Andreeva to look at. Backhand return. Forehand to forehand. Backhand goes long from Andreeva, and therefore Noskova holds serve. And so it's 2-3. Still, though, with that break advantage, but and she is just touching that hip again. And she sort of shrugs her shoulders as she sits down and looks at her team. So Shang and Davidovich are underway, are they? And elsewhere, as we can see, Paolini's up already an early break in her match over on court 5, and Sabalenka and Linette have just got underway with Linette holding serve. Backhand return, now backhand to backhand. Forehand now. Is it going to be a winner? No. Backhand Noskova across court. Love 15. So, love 15. Now it's love 30. But love 30 has become love 40 now. So it's 3 break points for Linda Noskova. Are we seeing another momentum shift in this encounter? Andreeva down the tee. Lands in. Moonballing away now. Low net clearance, though, there from Noskova, who's saying, I don't want a moonball. Forehand to forehand right now. Backhand Andreeva to the backhand of Noskova. It's a backhand winner from Linda Noskova. And it's 3-all. We have parity. And most significantly, it's the break back. Again, she's just touching that hip. I think there is something going on for Linda Noskova in terms of her movement on that side. But anyway, she's just flexing it a little bit there, as you can see. But she'll be very pleased with that outcome. So a few check flags I can see in the crowd. 3 games all. Noskova to serve. Forehand return to the forehand of each player now. Good bit of bounce there. Lovely depth there from Noskova. Forehand, though, now from... and she puts the backhand into the net. So 3-all, love 15. And the forehand winner there for Andreeva means 15-all. Love 30, sorry. Love 30. So are we going to see another twist in this tail? Backhand return. Backhand to backhand right now. Now on the forehand of Noskova. Forehand of Andreeva looped up. And Noskova nets on the forehand side. Love 40. And 3 break points for Mirra Andreeva. Paolini, I see, is already up a double break. 3-love. Sabalenka and Linette exchange serves at the beginning of their encounter. Forehand return. Backhand now to the forehand of Andreeva. Forehand now. Backhand cross court. Backhand slice from Andreeva. She chases this down and she puts the backhand away. Andreeva, and she breaks for 4-3.
Hey mate, I've got a bit of an issue. My dad's subscription, Sky Go to watch tennis, he hasn't renewed it, so I haven't got access at the moment to it. Are there any places you'd recommend to stream tennis? I'd look on it on Twitter.
So, 4-3, Andreeva leads. We'll take a quick break and then we'll be back for the conclusion of this match. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. All things tennis indeed. Now, once again, though, some pressure on the server because it's love 15. And is that a winner? Yes, it is. 15 all. Whew. Sabalenka's up an early break on Linette. Backhand return, forehand there. Good depth there from Andreeva. Good depth over there from Linda Noskova as well. Andreeva again going for the loopy balls, and this time Noskova plays game until now, and she goes big on the forehand, but it's not enough. And she goes wide on the forehand, and it's 30-15, Mirra Andreeva. Hey, Jake. Yes, doing fine. Doing fine. Andreeva here, 30-15. And the return goes long from Noskova, and it's 40-15 and 2 game points for Mirra Andreeva, which, given how many breaks of serve there have been in this third set, will come as a relief. Looks like we're going to have a change of racket from Noskova. For our first serve goes down the tee. Good return, though, from Noskova. Backhand from Noskova is pretty big. Andreeva on the defensive. And Noskova puts the backhand volley away at the net. 40-30. One game point comes and goes. Do hit that like button. Jake, if you're just joining us, hit the like button. And that goes for everyone who's watching right now. Please do hit the like button. And also get in the live chat too as we come towards the conclusion of this particular encounter. So we're going to go to deuce, or we're going to see a successful hold here from Andreeva. Forehand to forehand. And the forehand goes wide, sprayed well wide. Didn't even land in the doubles alley, that one. So we are at deuce on the Andreeva serve. Down the body serve, that one was. Forehand there. And a good forehand from both players. But what a forehand that is from Andreeva. Is going to help her win the point? Not necessarily, but she does it the second time of asking with a drive volley. And she now, talking of second time of asking, has a second game point in this encounter. 4-3, advantage Mirra Andreeva. Forehand return. Now it's on the forehand of Andreeva. And the forehand from Noskova was a frustrated one, and it went into the net. Hands on hips for the Czech. Just pulled the trigger more in hope than belief there. 3-5 now. And given the number of breaks of serve, Andreeva will see this as an opportunity to get the job done. Forehand return. Drop shot from Noskova is good. Too good. 15 love. Remember, it was this tournament a year ago that Andreeva had her breakthrough. Is she going to break through Noskova's serve here? Let's have a look. First serve goes long. $15 double fault. 7 off the racket of Noskova so far today in total, and just 2 from Andreeva. That's a big difference, and it may well be telling. Backhand goes long and wide, so 15-30. Andreeva 2 points away from sealing her spot in the next round. If Andreeva was a slight favourite before the match, she'll be a heavy favourite right now. Backhand return. As my doorbell rings at an inopportune moment. 30-all. Hello. 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 Well, that's dealt with. Okay, forehand return here for... Nope, not going to happen because it landed in the net. I was anticipating that completely incorrectly. 30-all it still is here. Down the tee, backhand return from Andreeva is decent. And it's decent enough to force the error off the racket of Linda Noskova. 30-40, and we have match point Mirra Andreeva. First serve is well wide. 30-40, second serve. Remember, 7 double faults already for Noskova. She cannot afford another one. It lands in. Forehand Noskova. Backhand Andreeva. Backhand Noskova. Forehand Andreeva. Noskova having to move across the court, but she moved gingerly, and she puts her forehand wide and into the tram lines. Perhaps on that final point, Noskova was feeling her hip once more, but it doesn't matter. Either way, Linda Noskova is out. Mirra Andreeva is through. 4-6, 6-3, 6-3. The turning point coming without a shadow of a doubt at 1 love in the second set with Noskova up an early break. But Andreeva broke back in a sequence of 5 games in a row that swung the momentum in her favor. And now she progresses just like last year in Madrid. This time in 3 sets. She is through. I can see Jamie there in the background, but Jamie, I'm going to end this stream right now and start a new one. So you'll have to bear with me for a couple of minutes while I set that up, because this match is now a conclusion. I'm going to set up a new one. I have no idea what match I'm going to advertise, but Jamie, I'll see you in about 2 or 3 minutes with a new stream. All right, cool. So this stream is coming to an end. I'm going to set up a new stream. Hi, Nerlan. Hi, Alex. Excellent win there for Mirra as well, as you suggested. Thanks for tuning in. Do hit the like button. Do subscribe to the channel if you're new. You can tune in to Damien if you wish, who's commentating on Tommy Paul against Lucas Klein. I did post that in the chat earlier, and I was going to post that on the screen there for you. So if you want to catch up with that particular encounter, I think they're into a third set, do so. And if you want to tune into Jamie and I, we'll be commentating on a match sometime very, very soon, probably in about 5 minutes from now. So we'll bring this stream to an end, and we'll catch up with you very, very soon. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.